I was in the house talking to Phoebe and Merlin, who wanted to sit in the bedroom window, and I was moving things around, and Saphira was crying and crying. Hi, Beva, Beva, Beva. Hi. And so I came and I sat out here and I was typing a post up about the crystals that I just gifted in my backyard. And I turned to look, I do have some crystals outside already. I have these I put out here. And I have this beautiful piece. But look, these little guys, I had them over there and they were getting dried out super fast because look, there's just a little bit of soil. I literally have to fill them with water every single day. But look. And look at this little volunteer. It might be just a little, I don't know if it's a weed or if it's just a weed, but it's a pretty weed, so I'm letting it live there. But I found the perfect spot because the shamrocks, oh, look at the little tiny wee one. Oh my God. They like to be in the shade. So here's me, my little dragon holding on to crystals, right? I said I love crystals. And this is another one that wasn't doing well. This was at the grocery store. They were throwing it away because they had, you know how they don't water things. It bothers me, upsets me. I end up going in there and buying all these plants that are dying so that I can bring them back to life. And this one was struggling until I brought it out here. Now I've got new flowers on it, but it needs to be filled with water every single day. I don't know what it's called, but the angel's watching over it. And anyway, I wanted to show you that because I turned around and I had that cool surprise. And then this one over here, I thought, these guys just aren't going to make it, but they are. There's new leaves coming. There's new flowers coming right there. Never give up. Don't quit before your miracle. Hi, Beaver. And I got to dust these off. But look, the shamrocks, they're all coming. This guy got blown off by my gardener and broke his little crown, and I don't know. And all this red, I've been looking, can't find it. But I've got crystals out here. This is a shamrock that hasn't come up yet. And look at this, it's all yucked and watery. But I realized I do have crystals outside. I do have crystals outside. Hi. This is a crystal. It's a crystal kitty. Hi. Remember our house on Lipton Drive? It was the safe haven for the crystal cats. Yeah, why you being mean to me, Mom? These are my mom cat. Yeah. Anyway, I don't often sit here in the front yard, and I thought, why don't I? I've got fun stuff, and this is where she hangs out. She sits here or in there. Hi. Hi, Phoebers. Phoebes. Hi, Phoebes. This is her location. She guards the house. This is like her place. And she says who comes in here or not. And I feel like I put up, this little plant's been struggling. But I feel like I need to give it a crystal to help it along. And look at this. Look at the nasturtium and the Johnny jump ups and my stalks. They're all jumping up and having fun. Come on, Saphira. Come on, Saphira. I've got all my fairy cottages everywhere. Look how many there are. There's so many. The fairies, I work for the fairies because the fairies work for me. They help me and I help them. Hi, sweetheart. I planted these gladiolas and they're coming up. I planted them from seeds. Super excited about that. Ooh, you guys need a drink already. Planted that from the front yard. I brought it here and it's so much taller than all the other ones and it's a different color. It's got all this really great soil here. And this is the little piece. It's such a mess. I overfilled it with water. I don't even have a beautiful pot. I need a beautiful pot for it to sit in. But those are the crystals that I just shared. And I had this in my car and I thought, no, I need to grid my yard. This was in my car as well. I found this piece myself. Isn't it cool? It's got little gems on it. Look at those little emeralds. It's incredible. Hi, Thinner. And these are the pieces. And I got this when I was hiking. These are the pieces that I got from Zoe and Michael. And a shell. I'm on the hunt for a pot. A very special pot for this. I'm constantly looking. But I also want to get a wrought iron. I've decided, because this kind of goes together, a burning barrel for wood. So I'm going to hunt for one of those. That'll be showing up next. I love it out here. It's so much fun. I bought this yesterday, and this is the pot. I already had this pot. This cyclamen. I've always loved cyclamens. I had them in Canada, and they were hard for me to grow. I think they need to be in the shade here. But I thought that was going to go into there, but the pot was too big, so It needs to live here. See, this one hasn't come out yet either. And I thought to myself, oh, it's dead. And I went to snip a little piece of it, and it's not dead. It just hasn't opened yet. So there could be something that you think is dead and over, like this one. Like, can you imagine putting a bird in something like this? No way. There's the little bud right there. Can you see that little bud? It's right there. Right now it looks like a sad little guy, but it's not going to be. It's going to be beautiful because I've loved it. It's got shaman stones supporting it. These are pretty special, actually. I got to clean them off, but shaman stones are pretty badass. So let's go find me a beautiful, perfect pot. I'll have to measure maybe 6 inches across so I can get it. I got one yesterday and it wasn't the right size, but it can grow up here too and fill it up. Should I leave it open like that? I don't really like caged doors. Can't really see. Maybe if I opened it, I could put more crystals in here. That's an idea.